One of the most confusing parts about selling on Amazon is figuring out where you're supposed to be selling your products. Amazon Handmade, Amazon Storefront, Amazon Brand Store, regular Amazon. If you're going down a rabbit hole trying to figure this out, you are not alone. And in today's video, I'm gonna be clearing all of this up. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what each one is, what the difference is, and where you should be selling your products. Here's where people get tripped up the most. Amazon has a lot of overlapping terminology and it can get a little confusing. And the options don't always clearly explain themselves. You might have heard someone say, I have an Amazon storefront. And you probably assumed that meant something totally different than Amazon Handmade. Or maybe you thought you had to pick one or the other. And if you've ever Googled how to sell on Amazon Handmade, you probably ended up with a lot of stuff that meant nothing to you. Let's start by breaking it down so you can understand what each one of these means. Amazon Handmade is a dedicated department on Amazon specifically for handmade products. These products can be handmade, hand altered, handcrafted, hand designed. There's a lot of options within handmade, which we talk about a little more in the application video that I have. The big thing that makes Amazon Handmade different than regular Amazon is you have to fill out an application and get approved to be part of Handmade. Amazon does review these applications to ensure your products are genuinely handmade and not a mass-produced item. Not everyone gets in, and that's intentional because we don't want to flood the handmade space with mass-produced products. Once you get approved, your handmade products are listed in the handmade department or category in the Amazon search. Buyers who search Amazon Handmade specifically are only going to see handmade items, and they're specifically looking for artisan-made goods. They want to know that there's a real person behind what they're purchasing, and that's a huge built-in advantage. Another thing worth knowing is that Amazon waives the professional seller fee of $39.99 a month for anyone that is handmade approved. That is the fee that regular Amazon sellers pay every month to have their listings on Amazon Marketplace. And as long as you maintain your handmade status, you don't have to pay that fee. So Amazon Handmade is about who you are as a seller, what you make, and where your products are listed on Amazon. And Amazon Storefront is also sometimes called an Amazon brand store. This is basically a custom mini website that lives inside the Amazon Marketplace. If you've ever clicked on a brand name for a product, say Nike, then you will go to a very specific Nike curated storefront where you can view all the different products in their brand. You can think of it like having that showcased place as like your own special little website for your products. This is a place for you to put all your products into one catalog, tell your story, and give buyers a curated space to shop for your products, and give buyers a more curated shopping experience. Here's the key thing to understand with an Amazon storefront. This is not a separate selling program. This is a branding tool. It's something that you can build on top of your regular Amazon selling platform or your handmade platform. And it gives your brand a more polished place on Amazon. To create a storefront, you do need to be part of brand registry, and this requires a registered trademark or a trademark that is pending. This is an extra step that not every seller has completed, and it is not required to sell on Handmade. So when someone talks about having an Amazon storefront, that could mean one of two things. This could mean they actually have an Amazon branded store where they're part of brand registry, or it could just be their general Amazon selling presence. It can be their products, their page, and some people loosely call those their Amazon storefront. So when you see the term, context does matter. Now, here's the question that you've been asking yourself that probably brought you to this video is, should you sell through Amazon Handmade or should you sell as just a regular Amazon seller? Let's put those key differences side by side. For Amazon Handmade, you need approval, and this requires an application from an artisan and gets verification through Amazon. And then regular Amazon is where anyone can open up a professional seller account or individual seller account and just sell their items that way. So let's talk about who it's for. Amazon Handmade is for those that are truly artisans or crafters and make their own products in a studio or in their home and sell those just like you would on Etsy or any other marketplace. Regular Amazon is for anyone selling any kind of item from anywhere. These could be just retail arbitrage, it could be a private label, white label item, or anything of that nature. So let's talk about where the products are listed. So for Amazon Handmade, they are part of that handmade category or department on Amazon. Buyers can specifically search and filter for those handmade products. Keep in mind that even if you don't search and filter specifically for those handmade products, your products will still show up in the regular search right along with everyone else. And then regular Amazon is just going to show up in those regular categories. Talk about that monthly fee. So for the monthly fee, Amazon Handmade waives that $39.99 a month, and you must have a professional seller account for you to be able to apply to Amazon Handmade. Regular Amazon is the $39.99 a month for the professional plan, and this is required if you sell more than 40 items a month on Amazon. So some product restrictions. Like I said, for Amazon Handmade, these truly have to be handcrafted, hand designed, hand altered, or some kind of handmade recycled product that an artisan is making as a one-of-a-kind item, not mass-produced. Regular Amazon can be any product that is listed and can be mass-produced anywhere in the world. As part of Amazon Handmade, you do get an artisan profile or a maker profile, and that is only for handmade sellers. Regular Amazon sellers do not get this. They have to be in brand registry to be able to get a very specific page to tell the story of their products. So can you do both? And the answer is yes, you can. You can have regular Amazon products and you can also have handmade products. To stay in the handmade category, you have to have at least one active handmade listing all the time to get that fee waived and be considered part of Amazon Handmade. If you have an Amazon Handmade shop and you've been approved, then you have a regular Amazon seller account and you can list both ways. And if you eventually want to go through brand registry and get your company trademark, you can definitely do that. That's what I have done. So I have a registered trademark and I have been selling with the brand registry, and it definitely adds a layer of protection to your brand, especially if it is something that could be easily copied. For most handmade sellers, and if you're just getting started, you really don't need that trademark. You can sell without it. Your handmade shop is your storefront, and you definitely want to get that started. So which one is right for you? So if you make your product by hand and you're selling artisan made goods, so that candles, jewelry, home decor, I sell stickers, any kind of fiber arts, pottery, you name it. If you can make it, you can sell it on Amazon Handmade. And Amazon Handmade is where you want to be. The application process can feel intimidating, but believe me, it is super easy. And it's totally worth it because you're selling to buyers who want artisan made goods when they see that handmade tag. And if they're specifically searching for handmade items in that category or department dropdown, you're not competing with all the mass-produced items. And if you're handmade, you're saving nearly $500 a year in fees to be part of Amazon. And if your products don't qualify for handmade, then regular Amazon is the path you want to take. To recap a little bit, Amazon Handmade is a vetting process, and you have to fill out the application to get that designation in the Amazon marketplace. And the Amazon storefront or brand store is something that you get on top of being handmade or part of brand registry for regular product listings. For most handmade sellers, you're going to want to start with Amazon Handmade and build from there. And if you decided that Amazon Handmade is the right place for you, then you can grab my free getting started checklist. It is linked down in the description and in the comments below. I hope you will grab that and it can help you get started and point you in the right direction with some do's and don'ts of what to do when you're setting up your store and getting your application completed. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.